It is time for our weekly arts and culture segment. That means we have our culture correspondent Song Yoo-jin joining us in the studio. Hi, Yoo-jin.
Happy Friday, Jung-min.
Happy Friday. What do you have for us today?
Well, Jung-min, so for this week, I visited the Dongdaemun area in Seoul, and when I mentioned this to people, interestingly, the most commonly asked question to me was, you're going there to cover Seoul Fashion Week. So after I heard this question, I kind of wondered, is Dongdaemun now only known as the venue for Seoul Fashion Week? Because the Dongdaemun I know of, and I'm pretty sure you know of, has been hailed as something like a fashion Mecca of Korea and also one of the most popular shopping destinations here in country. And it turns out that the area has been going through a tough time over the past few years. So for this week, I delved into the significance of Dongdaemun in the fashion industry, its challenges, and how it's working to overcome them. It's a regular weekday afternoon, and designer Kim is working to bring his creative ideas to life. Kim is the head designer for a women's apparel brand that his father started 30 years ago in Dongdaemun. The Dongdaemun area of Seoul has been the cornerstone of Korean fashion for more than 60 years. Packed with giant shopping malls, wholesale and retail stores, it's one of the few fashion hotspots in the world where everything, from design and production to retail, happens all in one place. Over the decades, Dongdaemun items have earned a reputation as being stylish, affordable, and good quality. However, the area has encountered a series of challenges since the 2010s.
It began when China decided to ban Korean culture as a response to that. While there was a bit of relief from local sales, domestic demand started dwindling with the emergence of online shopping malls hitting Dongdaemun's wholesale markets hard. To make matters worse, after COVID-19, around 70% of retail store spaces are now empty.
One effort to revitalize the Dongdaemun area is the DDF Fashion Show. Organized by the Seoul city government, the show took place for the first time this March, responding to merchants' calls for a platform to showcase their homegrown fashion brands and talented designers. For the second edition, 5 Dongdaemun-based brands were chosen, including Kim's, to introduce their latest collections. Some of these brands come from the oldest fashion markets in the area, like the Seoul Pyeonghwa Market and Cheongpyeongwa Market. For these brands, opportunities like this can serve as a jumping-off point for future success.
I look forward to more opportunities like this in the future. I hope these platforms can help raise awareness about wholesale brands like us and showcase our unique styles and trends.
It's our first time taking part in a live fashion show, so it's very nervous, but at the same time, I'm incredibly grateful for this opportunity. The stage is small at the moment, but if we keep pushing forward, I think it'll expand in the future.
This is how Dongdaemun is striving to make a comeback.
You know, organizing a fashion show seems to be a great idea to promote these brands.
I can't agree with you more, Jung-min, and I also want to point out that the Seoul city government is not only working to really support struggling merchants of Dongdaemun, but at the same time, it's nurturing fresh new talent in the fashion industry. So just before the DDF fashion show that you saw in my report was held on Wednesday afternoon, the 2-day High Seoul fashion show took place as well. Now, this event serves as a platform for up-and-coming young fashion designers based here in Seoul, and this time, a total of 7 brands were selected to showcase their latest creations.
And Yoo-jin, you also mentioned the Seoul Fashion Week is taking place right now. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so the 2024 Spring-Summer Seoul Fashion Week is currently taking place at the Dongdaemun Design Plaza. It kicked off this Tuesday and it will continue until Saturday, which is tomorrow. And the event opened about a month earlier than last year. And Seoul City says that's because this is to really introduce next season's fashion trends even faster than the so-called Big Four fashion weeks in New York, Paris, Milan, and London. And this event, a total of 30 Korean brands are unveiling their upcoming spring-summer collections on the runway until tomorrow. And for those who can't be there in person, you can also watch live the fashion shows on the Seoul Fashion Week official YouTube channel, so don't miss it.
All right, our culture correspondent Song Yoo-jin, thank you.
Thank you.